I'm Marshall, and I'm the old bloke in the shed. One of many, I would think. I've got a video coming up after this for you, and I hope you enjoy it. This is my latest acquirement. This is a Beanstalk, and we're away to test up and see how high it actually goes. I've got a tape measure, as you can see there. That's an 8 metre tape, so, and I've got the GoPro, another GoPro going there, so let's put it as high as it goes and see what happens. It's got legs that go out, but I'll just have to sit here and they ain't quick. Got a 4-stage ram. It's still in the first ram at the moment. That's a pretty powerful ram. It is getting a new cage, by the way. I've got this on order, and the good thing is you can pay it up over 5 months interest free, so it's only 30 quid a month. I've also ordered a safety harness. Like a 130mm ram, maybe 150, we'll measure it at some point. That's it going on at the second stage. Possibly. for the smaller vans. What's it? 5 metres. Just past 5 metres. I don't think I'll put it right up because it's leaning forward, we're not level. But there's no weight in the top bar of the little basket. That's 7.6 metres at the moment. Pretty good. We have the bean pole home, and that's currently measuring 7.6 metres off the trailer there. It would go up a little bit more, but because it's leaning in the direction, I'm not going up any higher. So we'll just get it down, I think, and then plan what we're doing. Probably a new cage for the top, that would be the first thing. Probably come down quicker if it had the weight on it. Plus it's sitting a bit to one side. all this is doing is opening a solenoid. There's also a hand pump that you can pump it up with. Some wrong. That was up to about 8 meters. There's a pressure release valve somewhere blowing off. Number down. Well, I've got the bean pole extended to its full height. It's over 8 meters. Took it 5 minutes to go up to extend the 4 rams. I'll probably come down a bit quicker. It's supposed to have them out a bit yet, the stabilisers. There's another setting you can put them out to, and therein lies my problem. Is I need it to go up against the building. I'll come up with something surely. Got the David Brown in the forklift, so I can take the cage off the top of this bean pole and also get the top ram measured. It looks pretty big. Just working out options at the moment. That's the smallest ram, 60mm. The fourth one, the 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 60mm. The first one's 120 or something. It's quite big. So I cleaned up these 4 bolts. One of them I got out, but they've got a slot in the top, so we'll get a screwdriver in them and see how we get on. I've got the 4 bolts that hold it on cleaned up. I've got one nut off, but they're like a slotted head inside the cage itself, so only a screwdriver and a socket to get them off. I was just measuring the top ram there, the last of the four at 60mm, so it's quite a ram in itself. I mean, the one in the forklift's not much bigger than it. I think it can lift 3 tonne, that forklift. Right, so we'll away and get that done bit by bit, and then it's getting some upgrades. I've taken the cage off and I'm decidedly unhappy with it, so I'm going to order probably one from Viva which is rated, because like, one of the dart unions, it was loose. Once I moved it, you could have just fallen through it. So it's basically scrap. I'll keep it for posterity, maybe for the name, or I might get the nameplate off and fit it onto the new one. So £152 from Viva, unless I can find a second hand one or something. I am doing a little bit of adjustment on my forklift. So I'm going to put a bit of plate in the top of one of the forks just to stop it being worn, shall we say. So I'll run it in the Bridgeport here, get it straight. It's too thick as well. Bit of milling. We need compressed air, that's what we need. Right, now we need to make it thinner somehow. It's a bit squint there. We can add a 5 to that. Right, let's get a wee skiff. Give you a minute. Now that should be parallel. Our next trick is getting it to sit that way. A 10 on it. right side, I think. Do this. Let's see how we're doing for height. Right, bring it up. We'll just clean the paint off the other side, that'll be fine. More. Right, I'll show you what this is for. What this is for is to go in here. And that's thinner than that one for some reason, I don't know. We'll weld that in there against the back. At both ends there. That's the plan anyway. So I'll get that ground up ready for welding. And then I'll have to weld it after lunch, I think, because I don't think I've got rods down here. Yeah, we'll get this stick welded in a minute.
Warning, flashing bright lights from welding. People with photosensitivity to light may be affected.
Advertencia de luces brillantes intermitentes de soldadura. Personas con fotosensibilidad a la luz puede verse afectada.
Aviso de luzes brilhantes de soldagem. Pessoas com fotossensibilidade à luz pode ser afetada.
Bright lights coming on. turn it down one notch because we'll be going uphill. Not very good here. Right. I'll come up the bucket as well. It's just a spacer. Oh, get my legs to move. Do that. Oh me, legs are about to give up. Yeah. That should do it. Oh no, there's a bit here I've missed. That should hold it. I can't get up now. That's what happens when your legs give up on you. This is for the hydraulics. I put them up and down with this. The lift arms. So I can either do it from the seat there or I can do it here. The reason I wanted that there is because putting on a forklift or something at the back, you were having to go to the front and come back, and now I can just do it here. Most handy. They're a more even height off the ground now. Not perfect, but they're better than they were. That'll do fine. I could actually make a second one higher up to do the tipping pipes, but you don't need it so much, I suppose. It's dead handy having that there. Modern tractors have the two buttons up in the wings that you can take them up and down with. Right, so that's that wee job at the road. I'm waiting on the new cage coming for the Beanstalk lift. What day is this? This is Saturday, it's coming on Wednesday. I didn't like the old cage, so I've ordered a brand new Vivor cage through Amazon, and it's got a weight rating and everything, so it'll be safety stamped. Whereas the one that was on was falling to bits, and I did not feel safe going on it. Not that I went on it. I lost the cap that was on the oil breather on the David Brown here, so let's go and make one. Not like the plastic one you can buy either. Let's make a metal one. So if we turn a bit down to 36mm, put an O-ring groove in it, and then we'll part it off. Shouldn't take too long. Hopefully the paint will be dry by then. Right, where are we? Seems a bit of a shame to take this down to 36mm, but I've got it, so I'm just going to use it. It's possibly induction hardened on the outside. Use some of this spaghetti before it starts causing problems. Why it's $10mm to go, 5 each side. Let's speed it up a bit, see if it cuts better. I think I need to tighten up the ways, it's getting 10,000 pushback. I got it finished and cut an O-ring groove in it, and here it is. Some slight problems with where it's going. A bit better than the plastic when you buy, but this isn't round. So I think I'm going to give it the tappy and see what happens. Might have to. Yeah, O-ring's going in. Set an O-ring. Alright like that actually. No, it's not going past the O-ring. Get some oil. I oiled the O-ring and hit it with a bigger hammer. There's actually a groove for it to sit in, but I don't know if I should keep banging it or not. I'll try it. Yeah, I think we're there. See, it's all dented. It's dented there, so that'll do. That's not coming out of there unless I want it to come out of there. Which was a bit better than the thing that was in. It was a fuel tank cap it was in. And the ones you buy, they're plastic with ribs in, like a fuel tank, old-fashioned fuel tank cap. So I made that one out of a nice bit of steel. A wee bit rough on the top now, but never mind. Okay, that's that little job done. think that primer's quite old because you often gets bits coming out of it, but I'll sand it down with wet and dry anyway. Let that dry. We'll give it a couple more coats of primer. Been giving the David Brown Dash a coat of white. I think it's orchid white, the paint. It's actual David Brown paint colour. A couple of runs, but right at the bottom, so be okay. It's not stunning, but it's better than it was. So I'll let that dry and I might give it a second coat. That's a second coat on. Let that dry and hope not too many flies land on it. And then we'll put it aside and just let it cure for a couple of days, I think. Anyway, go and clean out the gun.